I reckon we just
keep
going
like,
after the scene.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, so I guess we can go from there.
there. Yeah.
So Patty leaves and then it's like, I go for the phone. All right.
Yeah, cool.
The transition to onstage friends can sometimes be a difficult one. But for students Noah Bertram and Jack Winrow, this simply comes naturally.
Not many people know this, but Noah and I are actually cousins through marriage. So Noah and I obviously had that pre-standing relationship that we were able to draw on to be able to authentically portray the friendship between these characters. A lot of the time in the creative arts, you may not know your co-star before you work with them, but Noah and I having that pre-standing relationship really allowed us to get into these characters and to really draw on our own friendship outside of the production, to be able to draw into these characters and really give these characters the authentic relationship that they have. So, hold on, you originally wanted Freddie, right?
Yeah, well, in the auditions, I went for the drummer because I didn't think I was going to get, like Dewey Finn stuff, but...
And you play drums.
Yeah, that is very true. That probably was a bit of a factor, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, then I got into the callbacks for Dewey and then
Yeah.
just sort of rolled with it.
I think when we get this up on the stage, it's definitely going to get to a whole new level.
Yeah, definitely.
Performance. It always happens with shows that way, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how an audience responds to this one because it's not your typical school musical.
No, definitely not.
So how are you, I know I'm doing okay, I guess, but how are you coping? You're doing sciences.
Yeah, I've done all the sciences that I
How are you
can.
coping with that? Because that's hard.
Yeah, it was really hard to start with, and it's still pretty hard going through the musical. I reckon I'll cope, but it's a lot of balancing is needed with all the subjects. You can't miss too much, then I'll be behind just constantly.
Yeah.
The production has reached intensive week, a week whereby all aspects of the cast and crew are working to perfect their roles prior to moving into the theatre for Tech Week.
We learn everything we need to, but they're not necessarily all tied together. So in those weeks leading up to production week, they're really essential in tying everything that we've learned and gained from the past months.
We've done most of the scenes in the song separately, and we've done the choreo separately, but we have to bring it all together and make it a cohesive performance.
We had to really focus, concentrate. Teachers were always encouraging us to keep on track and stay focused so we could make opening night.
For the backstage crew, this is their first time stepping onto the scene, and a lot of work needs to be done.
I got an idea.
I was going to write a piece of paper and just go
Yeah, just write a little bit and
backstage.
put end of stage and just
Yeah.
put it in line with that.
Alright, so yeah, we'll just put it as...
Put it in line with the red bit.
Yeah, but that would come back to probably about here, which I think is too far back, especially if we want people to walk in and out.
Yeah, then just do the line.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
We were really just trying to nail down our cues for bringing set pieces on and off and making sure everything's in the place that it needed to be to make sure the show ran smoothly, but also making sure that we weren't in the way of the cast or the cast weren't in the way of us, and we were kind of working codependently instead of as separate groups.
Wait, we actually have to angle it a lot now.
A little more.
Wait, if we want it in line with the one that's over there, we'll have to angle it to about...
That's the...
Yeah.
Move that slightly that way, ever so slightly.
Like here?
Yeah, that's good. And then put a tape there.
Yeah. That should give a good enough indicator.
For Joe Curtis, the musical provides an avenue to further embrace his passion for the creative arts and the world of production.
When I was in grade 2, I had open heart surgery, and at the time in hospital, I remember watching a lot of movies that were on the hospital TV, And then ever since that point, I just like the idea of creating stuff to make people happy, especially in times of distress. So that's what kind of drew me to the performing arts and that kind of entertainment industry. Just making people happy and creating things that people can get behind and like a big culture can form around.
Get these guys out of the way, and when I wave at you, have a practice.
Okay, so we got to run, grab, go, rinse, repeat. Ugh, damn it. It'd be easy if we had the trunk.
Yeah.
Trunk. Why do I keep calling it trunk? Trunk. Truck. Trunk. Truck, 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 truck. Like truck.
You ready? 3, 2, 1. So it's fast.
Yeah, okay. I think I got a splinter.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, just a few things. Okay, so what my observation from today is I'm seeing the show slowly come together, which is really exciting thing. All the characterization, the energy is really coming out. So you guys should be really proud of yourselves. You have done an amazing job this week. And then, like I always say, we need to continue that into the next week, because when we get into the theatre, that's when there's going to be all different types of external things that are kind of coming into play and lots of new stuff. So you need to be switched on and you need to know the show. Tech is a very laborious process. It's not about you, but it requires you to be very focused, because there are people, you've had 3 months, there are people that need to do their job in 3 days, okay? So out of respect for them, you really need to, uphold the level of professionalism that you've shown in this room this week. All right, okay, let's do the biggest clap out that we've ever done before, because I think this week deserves the release of a lot of that energy for me. Okay, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. Ready, everyone? 1, 2, 3. All right.
So basically everything in this space, apart from those plastic brown chairs, needs to go across, ready for the truck in the morning.
As the cast finish up their week of rehearsals, the backstage crew have one last task of the day: carefully moving the stage props from the Performing Arts Centre to the truck loading bay.
We'll put it next to all the instruments.
Oh, Patrick!
All right.
Patrick, your piano's about to fall off, mate.
I know.
He's done himself a J Steel.
What does that even mean? Dodgy work. Yeah. Good work, Pat.
No, Patrick!
With only a week to go before opening night, how will the students react when placed under the bright lights of the Ipswich Civic Centre?